Norman Goodland, in his Berkshire journeying tonight, gets carried away back to those days.
The baker's day starts early. One time, it started earlier still. 4 o'clock in the morning might see Bill and Stan, the Hussey brothers, dough punching by hand in the old wooden trough, sweat running down their arms. Bread with a bit of body in it. But now, Mike Hussey, Bill's son, says you observe cleanliness and hygiene. So, dressed in our white 1920-style Chicago gangster suits, we meet Brian Woolridge, day foreman for the bread, who expertly fiddles with his automatically controlled ovens. And everybody proud as punch with the resultant 100% wholemeal brown bread. Warmish, which I suppose anybody but a fool would expect. Neil and Mike are busy detinning. And then we come to Maureen, Doris and Debbie, the lardy cake girls. With Peter Podmore, God help him, responsible for discipline and order. I haven't tasted a Berkshire lardy in years. Barry is at the ovens, still left from the days of Bill and Stan when they first modernised. And Mrs. Stan's job, she still lives next door, is taken over by Joan on the wedding cakes, Anne on the birthday cakes, and Alison on the sponges. I know that's nice. Very nice. Joe Walker's doing his nut because Martin and I are a bit late for the round, which is quite a bit different from the days when Bill delivered in his high-wheeled horse van. Well, everything's different. Go towards Reading, past the gates of Ingerfield Deer Park, named after the Catholic Sir Francis who beat it to Spain in Elizabethan times, and you'll see neatness you couldn't afford years ago. Down past Douai to Woolhampton, where the stagecoach trundled through the old, new Bath Road, and try dodging the coaches travelling there now. With the butchers, grocers, bakers turned into antique shops, and the surviving Jones brothers taking on the lot. Mustn't grumble, I suppose. There's villages these days with no store at all, no church even, and no school. But one thing hasn't changed: childish greed for fancy cakes. See what I mean? God, I've still got me whites on. Strong nerves here. A lightning change. A nonchalant stroll off. And with luck, he hasn't seen a thing.
We did, though.
To view changing aspects of the countryside. Tonight he winds up his travels on the Reading to Avonmouth Canal.
True 200 years past, when this town of the Hectide Tutty men joined the two ends of the Reading-Avonmouth Canal. The railways caused its collapse, but in the 1940s, restoration began. There's still a few bits to clear, particularly beyond Aldermaston. But a lot has been done at the Reading end, where the Kennet joins the Thames. So, with the canal completed, Bolter's Lock Maidenhead will again be busy with traffic from the Channel to the Irish Sea. Already the project makes gentle social impact. Quiet people come to work beside its atmosphere of peace. Jane Horton of Maidenhead is a watercolour artist. Her work's valued for its accuracy by the Royal Horticultural Society. Watercolours and flowers, she says, go together. Delicacy for delicate things. Fine artists take infinite pains. Jane grows everything she paints. Husband Richard is therefore only permitted to cut the grass, but he's an expert at the framing. What's special about the dahlia? Well, in tribute to Jane's genius, it's named after her, Jane Horton. As you look at these rugosa, Frühlings Morgens, Paris Hoot, Canary Bird, and so on, you marvel that for these portraits she grew them every one, as she did the irises, Blue Rhythm, Firecracker, Snowdrift. The miniatures show you Richard's framing skill, and that Jane paints other things as well. Outside, the dahlia Jane Horton may be white with cold, but take her inside and she'll blush. The artist Jane Horton completes her work with no blush, nor need she. And blessed she is with a husband of great perception. Water? None, I think, Richard. It's been rather a watery day.
Norman Goodland concluding his travels through Berkshire in the only way he knows how, and I'm sure you'd want me to thank him for a delightful series throughout the week.